Hello, I am Elon Musk. Good morning, and I'm Tim Cook. We run very successful tech companies. That's right, and I'm the CEO of Apple, the most valuable company in the world. Yes, and I run Tesla, which will eventually become the most valuable company in the world. Oh, and we sell the best products on the market today. As do we, but we are open to other people using our superior products and hardware in order to further accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. We can also open our charging standards as well. The North American charging standard is by far the best charge standard in the world. Maybe for your application, Elon, but actually MagSafe is so good we've decided to open it up to the masses. Tesla phone is coming. It's going to beat the
Elon,
iPhone.
what are you talking about? No, like
We're coming for you, Tim.
no
I'm going
way
to
you can compete with
buy
our
Apple.
app
We
store.
have
You
really are undermining and oversimplifying the Tesla phone will have batteries. Tesla batteries, yes.
This is such a more successful.
Yes. Anyway, we're opening our charge standards.
And we're also opening our charge
standards. So please
Please
buy our stock. Except mine will be bigger.
Elon, I'm gonna smack the heck out of you in the next 5 seconds.
So at CES, an announcement was made that was kind of about Apple, which was pretty rare. The Wireless Power Consortium, which is very fun to say, basically is the agency that agreed on the Qi charging standard that we have in so many phones these days. They announced Qi 2 Electric Boogaloo, which essentially will be accommodating for Apple's MagSafe technology, which at this point, all we're pretty sure is coming over from Apple standards is the magnetic ring around the charge coil. And I think this is a great thing because it means that for future Android smartphones, they'll be able to make their own MagSafe compatible charge rings, and this means that the magnets will align the charge coils more properly, and you'll be able to use Apple's MagSafe chargers on Android phones, which you kind of already can. I mean, some people have figured that out. A MagSafe puck basically can be a regular Qi charger, but the main reason Qi 2 wanted to do this is that by perfectly aligning the coils with all devices, primarily for smartphones, but this should work with headphones and eventually smartwatches too. When you get those coils aligned perfectly, it means that there's less charging losses overall. Plus, it's just easier for the user to ensure that the charger puck is attached correctly. But there's still a lot of unknowns at this point. And even though while overall, I'm glad that Apple was willing to supply and kind of basically open source their MagSafe tech, I don't think for other companies out there, it'll actually be branded as MagSafe, because MagSafe in its current form for Apple has kind of the ring, obviously, but then also this extra line, and that's how you secure placement of different accessories, like the MagSafe battery pack or the MagSafe wallet. It snaps on the back and doesn't rotate around too much, and at this point, I don't think that extra little ring is being included on Qi 2. Qi 2 is mostly just about the charger, so there will still technically be a way for Apple to say, yes, this is our MagSafe supported accessories, whereas other companies will probably brag about having Qi 2 charging. So of course, in classic tech community fashion, as we try to agree on one charge standard, we instead complicate the number of charging standards. But my hope is that they could actually bake that into the official design, which hasn't officially been unveiled yet, but they say they want to announce and unveil the dedicated protocol in summer of 2023, with the first devices supporting it by the holiday season of 2023. So basically later this year. Does it confirm that the Pixel 8 is gonna have MagSafe support? Well, Google likes to be late on things, so probably not. But I think the idea of MagSafe was so smart and so clever, and also it's so simple that it's very easy to duplicate, so that's likely why Apple is okay opening up their charge standard and letting everybody use it, because even if they don't, it's very simple for other companies to just put a magnetic ring in their devices that are not certified from Apple. You know, they didn't pay the licensing fee, but they still work. They will still magnetically attach to the phone. They will still charge the phone. So Apple probably figured, the EU's gonna probably mandate a charge standard anyway. We might as well open this up now and get ahead of it. But what makes me happy about this announcement is it kind of disproves the portless theory that a lot of people were having of like, no, Apple won't adopt USB-C because they care too much about the Lightning made for iPhone program. And because Apple wants to have a charging method that is proprietary and has other companies paying a licensing fee. That's why they just want to go portless and then force everybody to buy MagSafe accessories, and all those MagSafe accessories require some kind of fee paid to Apple. Now that Apple's saying, no, Qi 2, you can have this, and that means the rest of the world basically can use the same protocols and the same design, that means that Apple's not really that interested in pursuing a proprietary licensing fee for portless devices. They're open to Qi, they're open to Qi 2, which indirectly, in my opinion, kind of increases the likelihood that they're gonna be making the switch to Type-C for all markets, because if they really cared that much about licensing fees, then they would not be opening up this standard. So that's, I guess, the good news for me, but overall, I'm still a little bit skeptical that they're not going to include that extra little line at the bottom, which in my opinion is such a fantastic idea, because it means that whether you buy an Android phone or an iPhone, in the future, you'll be able to just buy MagSafe supported accessories like car mounts or tripods or gimbals for smartphones or cases or battery packs, and no matter what company you buy the phone or the accessory from, all of those accessories will just be able to easily snap on to the back and they will charge the device efficiently. Of course, it'll never be as efficient as a wired cable, but if we're gonna have wireless charging play a major role in our future, then making sure the coils get precisely aligned is a good way to do that. But the other thing they didn't go into too much detail on is if they will be supporting faster wireless charging speeds, because obviously MagSafe taps out at 15 watts currently with iPhones, but with Qi 2 they said they want to do better than that in the future, but they didn't go into much detail. You know, I'm still envisioning these older OnePlus phones that were capable at fast wireless charging really quick. I hope that hopefully with Qi 2 later in the year, they can announce how fast they want these charging standards to be, and then Android phones will benefit from that faster wireless charging, as will iPhones at the same time. So I guess more unification is good. The EU should give Apple a round of applause on this one, but they'll probably find some way Apple's doing it unfairly. But I just thought it was great news that Apple came up with such a great feature for the iPhone 12 that they decided everybody should have it, and I happen to agree with them on this. Good artists copy, great artists steal, and I genuinely hope all Android manufacturers straight up steal this feature, because it's way too good to be passed up on for future generation hardware. What do you guys think of this being opened up? Do you think it should accommodate for that extra little line so that you can use your Apple MagSafe wallet with your Pixel 8? Who the heck is buying those two products? I don't know, but feel free to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And thank you to everyone on Tailosive Tech Pro for supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So this is your Apple Shape here, and I'll see you all in the next one.